This is some bullshit.
You are to blame.
Hurtful.
Son of a bitch.
Yo, Bismarck, you there? We got a video to review. Bismarck, there you are. Hey, yeah, I got a video right here that we have to do. Apparently Azur Lane 5 came out, and why's my phone doing here? Hang on. Got one new message, but I'll read it in a minute. We got a lot of work to do, so let's get at it, since a lot of people liked you in the last video, so come. Okay, so we need your backpack, Bismarck, your little thing of pretty much your cannon fodder. Got my notes here. We're going to start with there's. Alright, I think we got everything all set. I'll just put the backpack in when we start the. Bismarck, what did you do? Oh, really? You don't know, huh? Who the heck is that? Really think I can't see her? Bismarck Wait a minute. Package received. Your motto being shipped and confirmed delivered today. Bismarck, did you use my phone? How many times did I tell you to not to use things that are not belong to you? Because again, you could have done something dangerously over it or anything like that. So this is your motto, then? From probably your thing? She can't stay here. This is freaking, like, unfair for me that you just did this behind my back. You know I like it because you hate anime, too. Okay. But this better be the only surprise. I'm warning you, Bismarck. She could stay. Some days I hate being a father. Oh, God, why again? Of all things again? What is this going to be like every February now, or every beginning of the new year that they're going to bring out Azur Lane? Oh, in case you don't know me, I'm not a huge fan of anime. I understand some premises, but I don't like it too much. But here, Azur Lane, if you know my past videos, I'll leave in the descriptions down below, I find a lot of them very useful, or some of them really terrible. But here is now Azur Lane 5 that we're going to have to look over again with this. And of course, Wargaming trying to suck as much money out of your wallet. But are they even worth it? Or is it a middle finger to Wargaming saying to F off with them? So if anyone who's new to this thing, I'm going to tell you a short briefing real quick before we begin the actual anime pretty much review. This is going to be a long video. There is 5 of these anime girls that we're reviewing, plus their boats and their skins. We're all reviewing everything. If you want to see a certain thing that you are curious about to see my opinion on or anything like that, I will leave a time skip down below for anyone who wants to see the Pacific boats. So yeah, if you're going to stay here for the long haul, I'm just going to say it right now, you better get some snacks and stuff. What are you guys doing? Wait, hang on. Hold the phone here. You mean to tell me you got snacks? Meanwhile, you used my phone to get her without my permission, and the least you could do for any code of man is to give me some food? Fucking A, I swear. Kids these days. Oh, no. Thank you. I appreciate that, Yamato. You're a lot more nicer than your fucking sister here, Bismarck. Don't you flip me off, you son of a... So the first one we're going to review, obviously you already tell, Colorado. And it's so... Well, let's talk about the art design of the character real quick, because I think I want to do this to everyone. Believe me, there's a lot of questionable things later on about the art style. This one's not bad. It looks like like the way how she looks down with the sleeve over her mouth and stuff like that, with the hoodie over her mouth. It kind of looks like a ninja. Still don't like the fact that anime characters show way too much skin, but I guess that's their own little thing, why they like that. But however, the Colorado is really terrifying. Like, and this is why. If you see her basic trait, for example, main guns, battery reloading time, it goes down to like the max if you get it to legendary rank 4 and you decide to work on these characters, because that's what I'm going to base this entire review on, is if you work with these characters leveling up. So it'll be 3.5. Okay, reloading's not that great, but main battleship's battery shell grouping, which is, if you don't know what that means, is when the shells are together, more together when you fire, and actually hit the target with multiple shells with the same caliber. Meaning, like, when you fire 3 guns, you don't have, like, one shell flying to the left, flying to the right. It just means that they're more close together. So it's 3.5 plus. That is not bad. Really, it isn't. Like, I think that's perfect. Now, for the rest of her skills, I'm not going to review all of them or let talk, but we're just talking about their basic one. And, oh boy, we got to talk about this one because her skill might be the second most broken thing since freaking New Jersey. I'm going to repeat myself. This is the second broken thing in New Jersey. Why? Well, let's go down to the last and final perk, this one. For those can't read that or let alone, I'll read it for you. Main battery reloading after you fire your first shot, which means your number 1 gun, because usually you have your main calibers and you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on broadside, angle, or whatever of your ship. But hear this out. After your first shot of the battle and every following shot, your reloading goes down. So say, for example, you're in, well, let's give a good example real quick. Let's go to the thing real quick. Just give me a moment. I'll edit this out. So here's, for example, the ship Ohio. Now, as you can see on the Ohio ship, it's literally got pretty much 2 by freaking big ass guns by 4. So you got 4 of these big massive guns. Now, if 3 of them fire, the reloading goes down. So let's look at the page, for example, to give you an idea. So let's go to this. Yep. So like my main firing, reloading time is pretty much like 24/4. Like that's the seconds of reloading. But if she was in this boat and she fired all 3 shots, or actually 4 of them if you consider that, the reloading will go down to 20 seconds. Do you see how broken that is? And that's only her being level 5. I only got 1 up. The max out of the 13 I have, 13 negative, the max is 25 negative. Now picture this. If you don't like America with its long ass reloading, Colorado's got your back. I mean, holy Hannah, if she fires 3 shots, guns are instantly reloaded almost. That is freaking nuts. Like, that is so beyond broken for a commander. And it's not like she has, like, useful, not anything unskillful perks. She's got, like, the drill bits, the marksman, all these other perks. So she's designed to be a sniper, too. So she can do it. It's just, yikes. Although I find it funny because it's like, do you want main reach, is that one? Or this fucking broken perk that makes your gun reload faster after you fire your... Good God. So, yeah, that's that for her, but let's go right to her ship design. Now, before I pull up the battle screen and show you the skin and stuff like that, I want you to take a look at this, because I want to show you the ability when it's activated. The reloading on this gun. This boat is stock, mind you, the Colorado. It is 29.7. Now, I want you to keep that in mind. 29.7. Alright? Keep that in mind. Okay, here we are, folks. Battle starting. I don't like this ship skin. I don't like it. What is this supposed to... What is this? What fucking grimace, puke, fucking blood, vomit thing? That's the vowel. I'm disgusted with that picture, but it looks like it. Why is it purple, white, and red? Is it supposed to represent the red, white, and blue? Why the frick is it purple? Not to mention, what is with this skin? It's just freaking, like, really, really, really... Oh, God. So let's take a look at it real quick. Obviously, it's got royal blue cannons, purple top part, some white. It's got like a cutout of a shark in front of it, which if you go back to port and look at it head on, it's got things. It's got golden anchors, 1 in the back, 2 in the front. I don't know. This is like it's at the level of Scharnhorst level. It's like the developers just took this and threw the kitchen sink at it and just said, yeah, that's good. Although, I love how they had to put the patriotism in the back of it, but at the same time, like, ugh. So anyway, let's get into the game. And yes, this is AI because, again, I want to talk about it while I'm playing in-game things so you know what I'm saying. Now, for her ability and stuff, yes, it's cool to have that perk system with the reloading when you fire all 3 guns and then you get it down to like a ridiculous reloading like 26 with me. But sometimes I'm confused because sometimes it doesn't work. Like if I fire all 4 salvos, it will still say like 29 something. And then sometimes it'll be like, oh, it's just like here's 6, here's like, 26 and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm confused. Like, why is it like that? Like, I don't know. Like, see, there's 30. So, if I fire the last 3, would they be faster? Like, I don't know. But sometimes you can see it works because, again, like, hang on. Let me give you a better alignment to show you what I mean. That's the King George. I don't know why my ship... Come on, ship, turn. And this is a stock Colorado. I just got her. And yes, I didn't go down the American route because I'm trying to work for Germany thing. So I fired all of them. And I don't know. It's still 26 seconds. So I guess it works when you fire only 3. But sometimes it doesn't work. So Wargaming, I don't know if that's a glitch or not. I don't understand how that works. Oh god. I didn't just see that destroyer there. But if it does work, then it's effective. Because I told you to keep an eye, like, remember, this thing has a 29.7 second reload. And when you see it on screen again, as soon as all 3 of my guns line up, just hang on, yeah, see, 26 seconds. So that's me being stock, remind you, stock. And the commander's only rank 5. Imagine this being rank 16 with legendary rank 4. It's like pretty much like the best way to describe it. It's like it's pretty much not a bad thing. Like when you have that for fast reloading Americans. I like that ability. I like the fact that I can reload like that fast because that was the biggest problem I didn't like about America. Their reloading was so long. Like when I got up to the New Mexico, I barely didn't make it to the Colorado until I did. It's just like, I didn't like its reloading. I didn't like its accuracy. But I think the Colorado Commander fixed it. Because to be honest with you, the Colorado Commander makes the reloading so damn fast when you fire 3 shots. You just saw it, 26. And mind you, there's no upgrades. You saw the basic stats of reloading. I'm going to show it again if it shows it here. Main firing gun, 19.9, but that's for the upgrade. But like my point is, that shows it with the commander's basic trait on. So when you fire, it's like that's how it is. So my point is, it's like I find that I don't know. Like I said, it's weird how this is, and sometimes it works, and then sometimes it's like what's happening? Why is it not? Well, see, like look over there. I fired all 4. And it didn't give me the boost thing. So I'm guessing maybe... My only theory, and the way how it said it, maybe I read it wrong, is it fired... Like, the first time you fire, it's going to be a 29-second reload. Your basic reload. But when you fire it again afterwards, when you reload it again, then it goes down 26. Let's see if we test this theory. I'm about to reload again. Let's fire 2 of them. Yeah, see right there. 26 seconds. Okay, so basically you have to fire your main guns first and then deal with the basic reload or whatever you have, and then it goes right to cutting the reloading in half. That's not bad. That's actually very fucking useful in my opinion for a type of reloading what this thing's asking for. So I'm going to try to shoot this guy. Now, if I did fire my guns, it's probably going to say 29 seconds. So let's see. Bang, 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 bang. Wait, no, it went... Oh, because I didn't fire the back guns. So wait, so it does it to every single caliber that fired that? So I could fire the 2 in front and then the 2 in the back will be 26? Dude, imagine how insane that is. Imagine saving your reloading on the back guns really fast while your main guns reload. That is broken! That is motherfucking broken! Holy Hannah, that is broken. Think about that, audience. You got your main caliber that you're firing, got your back guns that you fired before, and then it just said, oh, you know what? We'll save them for later. And after you fire them, then you realize your main back guns reload faster than your main guns because they fired first and you're saving them in reserves. That's wow. That's just nuts. If you can actually time that right, you can have like your main guns fire the longest, waiting for it, and then your back guns firing the second, and then you have to set it up again. That's ridiculous. Now, for everything else for her ship design for the commander, it makes sense with her perks ability because Colorado's got a suffering aim time thing. Oh, that was bad. That was bad shooting. Ow. Alright, reload the guns, reload. Rookie. Let's see. Oh, this torpedo is going to hit him. Can I shoot him first before? So like after I fired all my main salvos at that other guy and fucked up. So, yep, 26 seconds. So, okay. That makes more sense now. I thought it was like every time you fire your third gun, it reloads faster. No, it's literally you fire your first salvo and then it makes... Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Because I was going to say that would be really broken, but it still is. That means you fire your main gun, wait for your basic reload, and then just get us reduce reloading really heavily the next shots. That's like a 2-hit combo. And dead. Good. Now to try to aim for Rookie. And... Can I get him? Nope. The island freaking blocked most of it. Ugh. There we go! We won. Obviously, the rewards are going to suck because it is AI, but again, I'm not reviewing the Colorado. I'm showing off its skin and the commanders if it works in its bow. So, let's go back to port for the final verdict for the Colorado. So, final opinions on the Colorado and her skin. Now, let's just go right to it with the Colorado. I believe this is the second most broken thing. I know that the reloading, I've goofed up when I've talked about it. Yes, it means like when you fire after your first shot of the 3 guns you have, then it reloads the thing. So my apologies. I thought it meant like after you fire your third gun, it reloads instantly down. No, it's the next wave of your guns, which is still broken because again, you can fire 3 guns and then after that, you fire them again. Then it's like an instant reload down, and then fire them again really quick. It's not. And it's American battleships we're talking about. American. Big, heavy hitters. So what do I really think? Like, is she worth it? Well, even though I said she's the most second broken thing, the other thing that also helps is she has basic traits for basically sniping. So she's got like flammable cannoneer, drill bits, marksman, and all that, and some other perks as well that can help. So she's heavily designed to be a sniper, which makes sense because most of the American ships are technically fact snipers. So if I have to rate her, honestly, I would give her a 7 out of 10. Her basic trait's kind of useless, though, for an inspiration for all countries. And I'm talking about, like, like you go to any other countries that need inspiration. It's too low, but I can understand the potential of having 2 perks being low, because then you have multiple setups to help you with another commander. So, but 3.5, that's not really a big deal, but it is big enough, but not as much. But however, it's not that bad. But yeah, that would make sense. However, though, her fucking skin. This skin. This mother freaking skin. Oh my god, it's so... for how much is it again? Let me look at my notes real quick. 5,000 gold? For that? 5,000 gold. Should be 2,000 gold. Hell, 1,500. Everybody knows I hate skins in this game being so goddamn expensive. 5,000 gold, for those who don't know, who don't play World of Warships but like seeing me rant in reviews, is almost 20 bucks.
$20 for what you're seeing on screen. Not the boat itself, because that's a tech tree boat. I'm talking about the basic skin on this boat. And honestly, yes, it's got the American flag. I do like that paint style. Yes, it's got golden anchors. I do like that. I do also like the battle scarred damage on the side of the red, making it look like it's been hit so many times that it's like it's a bruised ship ready to fight. I like the shark kind of paint style. When you look at it from this angle, it looks like a kind of teeth with a mouth thing. So, there's some things I like, but holy Hannah, why the grimace fucking milkshake design that looks like they just throw up blood afterwards kind of paint job? But what do I say about it? If you get it out of a crate for free, great, good. You saved yourself money, because if you got it out of a crate, that only gives you 1,000 gold if you only open up one. But regardless of the paint skin, I have to give it a 5 out of 10. It is so meh to me. It's just, I mean, yeah, a lot of people can like neon purple and be like, oh, look at the shading in the middle with purple. That's awesome with some white. But I don't know. I just see it more like the Sean Horse's paint job. And I hope it doesn't get any worse than here. Nope. I'm done. Nope. Get your hands off me. I am not reviewing this. Nope. Fucking FBI is going to be knocking at my door in the next 5 seconds. Nope. Fine. I'll freaking review this. I'm not going to talk about her yet until we talk about the major elephant in the freaking room with this. I'm talking about her looks. And God, what the heck is this game's rating? Seriously. And I don't even care about the rating system. This is wrong. I'm really going to be sick, guys. I don't like that art style. Excuse me. It's like that meme where it's like, ain't that cute? But it's wrong! That's what I feel like when I see this character. A lot of animal. Well, it is an animal, but still. A lot of people are going to say anime is always going to have these cutesy, wootsy look. And that's one of the reasons why I hate anime so much. Because how can you look at this as a grown person and say to yourself, that's okay to show to kids. That's okay. Because you forget wargaming. There are kids playing this game. And, oh God. Do I have to, explain the problem here, wargaming? I mean, her fucking skirt is a little bit too short, don't you think? But Jesus Christ. And the fact is, the front, her family gems on the top are a little bit too exposed, and I don't care if anyone gives me that goddamn old freaking tired saying she's over 1,000 years old. It's okay. I will shoot you with the MG42. Because this is 999. I'm sick and tired of seeing this is okay in these types of games. I mean, oh my God. I thought, let's go back for a minute. I thought in Germany, mind you, I thought Graf Spee, I'm sorry, Graf Spee, because I owe you an apology. Because I thought you showing a little kid as that is like, oh my God, no. That makes me want to throw up. I'm sorry, fucking Hipper. I thought you were bad. Hell, I'll even go further. I'm sorry, Sean Horse. I thought you were just a teenager, like a 16 or 17-year-old doing this sexual thing, but I'm sorry. This character in Britain, this character takes the cake of danger alert for pedophilias. Because, oh my God, this is making me want to throw up. God, what can get any worse? Oh, jeez. But let's just talk about her basic. I'm sorry, but I had to say all that because I don't feel comfortable looking at this every time. Because you want to know why? She's actually useful for heavy cruisers for Britain. And as you can see on the main screen, it basically makes your cruiser guns reload faster. Okay, good. Very good. And I actually like that. It's only 3 plus, but it's still pretty low. But the one thing that wins it the most, and for other inspiration, the incoming damage to your Citadel, -7. So if you get Citadel, it's -7 less for max of this character. Do you know how that's useful? Because you're in a heavy cruiser. Mind you, a lot of heavy cruisers don't have torpedoes, don't have smoke screens. So having that ability would be fucking nice. I'm just saying. But her other thing too is also pretty much bounce right back, which is basically minimize the recoil angle of shells that hit your cruiser, and then gradually reduce angle of shells that hit your cruiser. So basically, she's a defense build for cruisers, which angers me so much because that is so useful, but I have to look at this lolly ass piece of and you can see all her skills are basically defense skills. There's like one for AP. But however, there is a problem with her, which I will talk about, is this is basically it. She's only an AP designer with defense perks up the yin yang. All defense perks. So, you're telling me no starting fire perks? No HE damage perks? I mean, you have to switch 2 different shells, right? And I know what you're going to say before any of you say that. You're going to say, oh, it's a heavy cruiser. AP are like battleships. Yes, but what if you come across a destroyer with full health? What if you want that extra HE damage? Or maybe you come across a super dreadnought that you can't pen because he's an angle in the weird way, and you're just shooting pea shooter HE and never set him on fire? That's my point. I mean, granted, yes, defense, perks, all great on this. But just having just AP alone, I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know. I mean, granted, yes, I have played her ship, and we're going to talk about the skin in a minute. But for the commander itself, just get me out of here. I just feel fucking nasty looking at that. I feel so fucking, ugh. Oh my God. California, I'm sorry. I was too hard on you. I was way too hard on you. What the hell skin is this? Didn't freaking 2-year-old just came in and said, let's craft this entire boat. Why is it just covered in weird, like, okay, I gotta process this in my brain before I play this shit, because I played it, but I'm just gonna play it right now to show you, but it's like, what, like, there's like white line, purple line, black line, all over this boat. There's dog or cat. I'm gonna go with cat prints because she's kind of like a cat. There's like cat prints all over this boat. There's like all these other things. And I'm sorry, what is the voice again? Like, I heard it a little bit, but is that another annoying voice? Oh, it is, isn't it? It is. Why? That even makes it even more worse with this character. Why does she have that voice? Now it just shows she's even more younger. God, just no. Anywho, since this is not a skin ship, this is an actual Prem ship. From the tech tree itself turned into a Prem ship. So far, it's been kind of the same. I've tried to look at the same stats and stuff, but because I don't have the fully upgraded version of this ship, I can't specify if she is a fully upgraded ship. So, your guess is good as mine. So, basically, like I said, she is a defense class, which means it's literally you rely on AP a lot of times with this boat. And it sometimes works. It's not too bad, but right now, as you can see, it's not reliable. So, again, I don't know why they implemented just that, but I guess for most British cruisers, they do this a lot. And this boat has torpedoes that just don't shoot very far, but it shoots far enough. But still, I don't know. I'm so used to the light cruisers. I'm so used to the whole smoke screen and give you cover and stuff like that. But nope, that's not this boat. This boat's like heavily. Oh god, my secondaries are open fire. That's always a problem with my ship. But like when you see secondaries open fire, then you know you got like you're close to a ship, too close. Let's try to citadel the. Oh, never mind. They got themselves unstuck on the rock. So as you can see, it has sonar. It's got health. So basically, what you would see on a standard British heavy cruiser, or mostly every type of heavy cruiser. God, it's just. I'm so used to the light cruise. Okay, let's see if we could citadel it here, since literally, if not, I'm just going to torp it because I'm done. This is not my favorite boat. There we go. See, times two. I mean, this boat's okay, good at hunting down other cruisers and destroyers. It's just not good against dreadnoughts. And rightfully so. I know what you're all going to say in the comments. They're not designed to do that easily. Not 1v1. I get it. But I'm just saying, most of the times, if you know the World of Warships community, you're kind of stuck doing 1v1. Let's fire some torps here. And please don't tell me the torpedoes have dogs on them. Like, I know if you know the Halloween one, it has like the eels on them that shoots out of it. Like, that was cool and all. And you motherfucker, you dodged all of them. Okay. Reload the guns. Reload the guns. As you can tell, the reloading is, like, it's not bad, but it's, like, I'm not used to those types of things. It's not my favorite ship. I know a lot of people are going to probably like this boat because it's a Tech Tree Premium. And it must be good because most community that pick Azur Lane or Tatabusters that... The Tatabuster... But... Or testers that pretty much test the boat and stuff, and then they do all that. So, I don't know. Let's just go back to the port and then go for the final verdict. So, final verdict on the Cheshire, or whatever the heck this British ship's called. Sorry, forgive me, Brits. I'm not good pronouncing your enunciation with some of these boats. So, let's go with the commander real quick. And God, I'm sick of... See, the problem is, this commander's fucking useful for heavy cruisers. Like, she's very good for Britain's heavy cruiser, but I just hate the voice. I hate the freaking, the looks of her. I don't like that. I don't feel comfortable at all. And it just, to me, so stupid. But she has a lot of perks for AP only. And that's the thing that's a problem with her. There's no HE benefits at all with her. Which you can rightfully say, well, that's the whole point of that ship. It's not meant to fire a lot of HE. It's meant to fire only AP. Yes, but I like to have variety of choices. Not just one defense or AP only. I would like to have, HE benefits. Hello? Like, just in case if you come against a super dreadnought that knows how to angle, you need the HE to burn them out because you can't really fight them. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But besides that, she's kind of useful, as much as I don't like the art style. So, final verdict for her, I would give her a 5. I would give her 5.9 out of 10. Yes, it's right there to average. I get what you're going to say, but there's armor. But again, a ship is good when it doesn't have to rely on its armor. You get what I'm saying here, people? It's better to not get shot at than getting shot at with a cruiser. And this is not guaranteed to save your life. I know a lot of people in my videos, they say like, oh, that means it's going to protect me heavily. No, it's got more defense. That's it. It's not... You're not going to be the second coming of the anime Jesus that freaking could save the whole team by yourself. No, that's not how it works. But I'm just telling you that between all her perks, yes, it's clearly a one-trick pony. Armor and AP. But that's it. Like, not much of a more options with HE and all that, which kind of sucks. But as for the ship itself, it's, look at it. It's so, wait a minute. I just realized something. Oh my god, the ship is Satan. Look right there, Audie. It's an upside down cross. How did I not notice that? There's like, look, there's even more. It makes sense now. This ship and the crew is from Satan's asshole. This whole thing is from Satan. God, now it all makes sense. The cute little girls and stuff and all that. It makes you, it's going to be leading you to the devil. I'm just kidding. But that's kind of creepy why there's satanic. I get it. It might be a sword. But Wargaming, you need to fix that right now because it looks like an upside down cross, and that's not a lot of Catholics that are true believers are not going to like that on a boat. But besides that, all jokes aside for that, because honestly, people wouldn't care, but they just want to care about the boat. But there are some religious people that do. But anyway, back to the topic. This boat, graffitis all over it. It's like that kid. Do you ever take like a toddler and then they take a piece of paper and then you cover their hands and feet and stuff with paint and just said go to town with it? That's what it feels like with this paint job. It's just, and I understand now because hearing her voice, let's hear it again just to show you, because Wargaming does have a thing called you can hear the voice now. So let's hear it again and how creepy, how she's dressed, how all guys are looking at her. Just listen. Let me play it again. Yeah, that. It just. No. So, honestly, and here's my thing. If you like the boat, that's fine. It's not a bad, heavy British cruiser boat. You just need someone that has smoke screen to help you and all that, etc. And land your AP shots. And she could help you because I have reaching out because some of her range is a little bit bad. But you can also switch it to the AP penetrator. So you could do that as well and make it a lot better. But I just don't like the skin. The skin just looks awful. It's just like this is like last minute effort of a skin on this boat. Pardon me. And I do like the detail in the back. That's their British logo emblem. Then you got the top part of the ship. If you look very closely, hang on, let me give you a better thing. If you look very closely where the front gun is right there, there's some effort in some detail. But it feels like the artist team had two teams. One that did the basic design in the front and the back, making it and the turret of the gun. Okay, that's good. Then they said, okay, we need to work on another project. Okay, bring in the B team. And then they just did the whole of the ship, and it's just awful. Awful. It's like they just said, we don't give a fuck. We're just here for a pay. Let's just put this line here, 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 scrape a line here, put a dot there, put a paw there. There we go. Put some satanic crosses on it. We're done for the day. Like, God damn it. Oh, sorry. I'm just saying, it wouldn't mind it too much. So here's my thing. If you have this boat out of a crate by chance, or you got the ship, it's not a bad ship. It takes a while to get used to. But if I were you, remove the skin. Remove it. What does it look like without the skin? Like, my effort is like, if you don't like that skin, just put a different one. Look at that. So much better looking. I mean, yeah. I mean, hell, you could put the Britannia one in there. Where is the Britannia one? I know I have one. Is this the Britannia? Yep, there it is. There you go. Put the Britannia one in there. There you go. That would make any British people drink tea proudly swimming with this boat. That's fine. It's just, I just don't like the fact that this isn't really bad art design. So final verdict for the ship, even though I don't like the skin at all, but you could change it. For the ship itself, I would say a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad ship to use. It's a little bit hard to play. I suck at it, but it does its job of being a heavy cruiser if you play it right. So Kudos for that. Just that skin, get the hell out of here with that. Before the commanders look, oh God, I swear, it's just like I'm waiting for the FBI to break down my door. So let's talk about the next one, which, thank you God, an anime character with fucking clothes on. God, I know there's other ones like the hood and all that, but just after seeing barely skinned pedophilia and all this other thing, it's like, finally I'm seeing a commander that actually has decency. Oh, but here's, like, I'm not trying to hold off on the review part, but, like, is there sorcery? Like, why is she holding crystal gems like that? Like, holding it, like, in the air like that with a staff? I mean, I don't know if there's magic in this universe. Guys, can you tell me? That answers my question. Why do you need ships? Why do you need the ship's main guns? I get it, they're based off the ship's names. But if there's fucking magic, that'll beat a gun any day. You can have the biggest caliber you want, but if they got Gandalf that shoots icicle and said, "You shall not pass, motherfucker," you ain't gonna do anything. This, I can't say the full thing. Forgive me, Russia. I speak Deutschland or dumb American. So, I can't speak I can't speak Russian. So, I'm going to try to guess, but please spare me, Russia. I don't know your language. So, I'm guessing Soviet Roroska? I mean, it sounds Russian when I say it, but I don't think that's what it's called. So, let's just get right to it. So the first thing you notice, it's called Frozen Edge. What this perk does is great for any Soviet battleship. What do I mean by that? Risk of catching fire. This one you know if you know the Soviet battleship is reduced by 6. But the last one I'm not... Like, you'll understand when you see the bow, but it says battleship detectability negative by 4 when it's max. And I have to raise an eyebrow. Because if you know what this ship is, because this is a tier 8 battleship, and you know the Soviet Union, you raise an eyebrow a little bit wondering, concealment? Really? But my digress. So, out of all her skill perks, not anything too, like they're kind of useless. Except for one, Battle Cry, which is literally 3 per crew, which you can see right there, and let me read it out to you. Minimum recoil angle of your battleship AP, which is like 5+. Gradually reduce angle of your battleship's AP by 5+. And here is the kicker why you would want her as a Soviet battleship commander. Deal more Citadel damage strike 10+. Now we got 3 countries with 7 Citadel strikes. We have one for Russia now. We have New Jersey, which again I reviewed on my other anime thing, so go look at my other videos in the description below too. And now we got Japan that also has it. I'm looking at you, Yamato. I know your abilities too. And now we have motherfucking Russia that has it. Oh, it's pretty soon every country is going to have something that deals more Citadel damage. Jesus. So, there's like 2 useful things out of the entire meh kind of damage. So, I have to save it in my personal thing at the end when we finally review this, but let's just get to the game to show you the, remind you, before I do that, look at the bottom, it says battleship detectability -4. You keep that in mind when we start the game up. So here we are in the game, and remember what I said about the second one? Look at how massive this ship is. Look at it. It's fucking massive. Which, by the way, I love the three eyeballs, because in Russia they have like always the three eyeball thing. This one's like a glowing one. I don't mind the skin on this. It's not bad at all. But do you see the problem here with concealment? No, don't get me wrong. You can see the concealment with the. If you look at the mini map above, the blue eyeball is your detectability range, and your guns shoot farther than your eyeball, which could work. But in reality, this thing is so massively big. How the hell would you consider hiding this boat? Or why would you want to? Like, I get it because it's Soviet, and the reason why everybody would love that fire prevention thing is if you look at the bottom, Russia's battleships always have the fire extinguisher. So anyway, this ship, I had a hard time trying to explain how good this ship is or if it's even balanced. I mean, yeah, granted, it's an 8, so most tier 8s games I play, I'm not really good at it. So I'm not really a forte, but I could say this. Basically, how the design is of the ship and the commander, this ship's going to get hit a lot. There were so many things about rebuilding it, healing it, and all the other things. So, granted, it's going to need a lot of repair things and stuff and make you survive even longer. But, however, though, that's mostly common for most Soviet ships, so I'm guessing you're supposed to snipe with it. Because, again, most of the perks, reduce angle damage and all that, could make it work. But again, like right there, that devastated that person. 3 citadels, bada bing, bada boom. And I don't mind it. I mean, that's the beauty about ships. It's like sometimes you could fix the problems with inspiration and commanders and all that. But honestly, I don't know. I don't even see this ship a lot. And I can understand why. I mean, this boat is 25,500 almost. If I'm right, I have to go look at that in the store. But that's a lot of fucking gold for a ship that you have to use boosters to make money. So, let me show you. Let me show you in the store. Right there. See, guys? It's 25,000, not 500 on my bad. But do you see that? That is almost $100. Almost $100. It's like $90 or $80 right there for that boat. Holy shit. And for a boat that is a battleship for one of those high tiers, I could say this with confidence because I do play some 8s with my good old buddy Reaper and all of them. And battleships suffer heavily against cruisers and destroyers in that game easily. Like, you think like low tier when you play a battleship and you can harm a cruiser very easily and be thinking like battleships are the greatest. Yeah, in their time period where they're in the game, yes. But not when you're in 8s. 8s is a total different specimen. But let's just talk about the final verdict right now. So, for the commander. Now, you see the problem what I was getting at. The concealment, okay, I can understand that it would make it good, but how big that ship is, it's going to be a lot of concealment points to make that better. And then Battle Cry is the only one that's useful on the boat for, later Soviet ships landing citadels. Like, you just saw me citadel 3 times on that one ship. Stock, like, down to, like, 4% more citadel strike damage. Imagine that max. That battleship with full health would have been dead, gone, nothing. So you could see the potential in that. However, this is mostly the same argument as, well, let me show you real quick. It kind of feels like this Azur Lane that I reviewed a long time ago with Chunks. And it had the same problem that we both agreed on. That the fact is, her skill perks and stuff don't match her other unique skill perk.
Update. I wanted to talk a little bit more about this because I did give her a kind of a hard time too. So what you're seeing is a modified version of her. To be fair, frankly, I thought that the perks she had were kind of useless in the way of pretty much there was only 2 unique perks. However, though, when I look at it more and more, I realize what the devs were trying to do with her. As much as I don't like much of the perk system, as much as I don't like about the other things, I understand where they're coming from. Because if you understand this, like the brawling perk, you would think like that would decrease accuracy down to what you're seeing on screen. And then basically having all the other perks, you would think like a big ship like this, you don't want it. Until I did some thinking and realized before the video was done, the actual thing is actually terrifying if you think about it. Think about this. If you can actually manage to get your ship concealed enough to get close range, that would be a game changer. Not to mention, I could see it more and more with her perks. They're meant to be stay undetected, get as close as possible. You see like how I got detected there? Like, yeah, it sucks, but look, my guns can reach farther than my detection still. So, technically speaking, as much as I make fun of it, to be honest, reality, I can understand that this ship could be a brawler, and probably is, as much as thing. However, though, I am not going to consider taking back calling it not a brawler, because the problem with the Soviet Union ships, they can't take a lot of abuse. They can't be set on fire more often. And the problem with her is even though she is great risk preventing fire, there are still torpedoes. There is still flood damage problem. There's module damage problem. Getting close range is not usually the game changer nobody really wants in a Soviet ship. You got to think when you get close to a target, say for example Germany and all that that has like the chance of setting fire like auto and all them, you do not want to have this boat up close and personal. Now, as you can see right now, it's AI, but imagine if you're playing actual multiplayer with this, actual people, with the reason why I say all this. So I'm going to say right now, so the final verdict for her, since I'm changing it, despite the fact that I'm just looking at it in a new light because my friends point this out before I post the video and all the other things, I just don't see her, like, if it was another country, great, that would be useful. But besides the fact that you can see right down below, I had to use a fire extinguisher and all that, it's like you only get 3, and it's a high tier ship. We're talking legendaries, so I'm still gonna talk ranted about the boat being a sniper. There's no point to it. So I will say this though, I will leave it off of how much gold it is right now. But for the final verdict for the commander, I have to give it a literally legit a 6 out of 10. Like, I'm just saying that right now to fix it. I gave her a little bit less or a little bit more because of the commander thing, but I wanted to fix that problem that most people are going to say down in the comments down below because my review for her is a little harsh, but it makes sense if you really think about how this game is played out. And the problem is with Soviet battleships, you don't want to take this to the front lines, especially how less the health is, especially how much your commander can only risk so much. Maybe a maxed out crew of her, maybe +4 of concealment may help with another commander to get it down. But once you're in the front lines, what are you going to do? You got to kill it. You got to go up there and kill the son of a gun up close and personal. So having her as a brawler, I still stand saying it's stupid to have her as a brawler. Most Soviet ships don't have the necessity to brawl because when you're flanked in a corner or when you're basically like I'm doing, you're sitting in the far right of the map and then you lost the middle, you lost the flank, and then you're focusing like see that German ship right there? See how it's focusing on them? And then I shoot them on the side. Now it's probably not gonna do no citadel, yeah, as I thought. But imagine you don't have that opportunity. You're flat as frick on this boat. You could get citadel easily in the mid part of this ship. So that's what I want to say. Now let's get back to my original video thing of talking about it, but I just wanted to fix this.
Let's talk about the ship now, since we're already talking about it. There's no money making earnings easily on this boat. You have to use boosters. Now, Reaper says you could make money in legendaries if you're in standard. So if you're in AI like I did, I just lost all that money. So I just like I said, it's better for me talking like in AI than I do in multiplayer. But regardless, even if I was or wasn't, it's the point of the matter of the day. But unfortunately, every time I play standard, people will execute you very quick if you're in a battleship. And if you fuck up so many games, like say for example, if it is your fault, not your fault, you're going to die a lot, and it costs so much money to use because there's not money earnings on this boat heavily than a goddamn 7. If you look at a 7, they make a lot more money and more investments right now. Now, does that mean someday our 8s would make more money someday? Of course. I mean, they may say like the 8s and 9s maybe the last tier, but you don't know that. We thought carriers were never going to be in this game, and look what we have now. Carriers. They say they won't be submarines, but it's on PC. So, hold your tongue when you say there's not going to be any, because they might be. So, for the ship itself, I would have to give it... see, the problem is it's fun to play, but not a lot of money earnings, but that's my thing. That's the problem with. It's got good camouflage on it. I love the paint job. But that's just an artist's fancy. This is an actual ship I'm talking about. Needs a lot of fix it up. Doesn't have limited fire extinguishers. I'm going to be generous and say a 6 out of 10. Now, I'm being generous because, again, it's a high tier and it's an investment for one reason why I give it a high thing. Because at the end of the year, 9s and 8s are going to get special rewards, the highest rewards they get out of those boats. So the more 8s you have, the more the more 8s you have, the more legendaries you have a better chance of getting free shit out of whatever they come out freely. So that's why I always tell my friends and all that to keep their goddamn boats. Do not sell them because they're going to give you rewards later on. So I would say a 6 out of 10 for its performance overall. I think it's okay. It's not a progressive brawler because if it goes up brawling, it's way too open. You only got limited fire extinguishers to help you. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick with that. So, let's move on. Well, you know the running theme now of me ripping apart these anime girls with the way how they are. Let's talk about how wrong. Let's play a game called What's Wrong with This Picture? Let's start with the fact that, her family big giganta hungalunga de gungus jewels up there are being held by a few tiny little claws. Also, how about that sword? Yeah, it's a little close ominous in the middle of her, don't you think? And pretty much, let's see, the grounding achievement. Wait, before we get to that, the Langoliers, it's like you can tell that they try to cut as much as they can, and oh my god, can you see the middle of that? Like, I don't want to point it out or anything, but adults, like, the magical tunnel, I'm just gonna say that. But the other part that the grounding achievement of what the fuckatry is the hand right next to the part that's way too open down there. Oh my god. What is the age limit in this game again? What is the fucking age limit? Oh my god, seriously, why did they make him look like that? Can't they just appreciate the woman's like art style of animation instead of just making them look so that? I don't know. Why do you guys think they made it like that? Thank you, Bismarck. Is that the reason why they sell it? I know a voice everybody's going to say in the comments. Yes, that's how they sell it. That's how they sell their waifus. God, I thought the whole point of anime, they like stories and knowing the universe and stuff like that. Not just big... I don't know. This is why I don't like anime. I just... Ignoring fucking stripper sexy pants over here. Let's just get right to it. And I know she's going to be in everyone's port. Not because you want to land your own self in her port. It's more the fact of her base trait. And that is her cruiser AP thing. Which is the cruiser's main gun sap damage increases by 5. Finally, we get a commander that gives us sap more damage, which is going to be terrifying when I explain the other perk, But, yeah, we finally got a commander that does sap damage. So, ignoring all the other perks that I have one perk that's a complete problem with all her other ones. But let's look at this one. Pretty much the intro pod thing. Okay, look what it reads. Damage from cruisers' main guns. While firing them within 5 seconds after reloading, your damage increases by 8. So let me get this straight, Wargaming. Her ship, because this is another Prem ship that you can get from this. It's not like the actual Zara from the... If I'm pronouncing it right, forgive me, Italians. In the actual tech tree. This is an actual Prem boat from the tech tree. And to be fair, that's fucking broken. I mean, think about it. You got sap damage over here, for one thing. And then you got basically the damage of main cruiser every 5 seconds. So if you get her loading down to 5 seconds, 5 motherfucking seconds, you could do a total of fucking times like that. You could do like freaking almost up to 15, 16 damage. A plus with sap. Sap, mind you. Jesus Christ. And these are not small caliber guns when you're going to see the boat. It's actually not bad caliber guns. Oh my god. But I'm going to talk about one thing right now before we get into the game of something wrong with it. And we already know the art picture. I'm just getting that on my... It's the fact is, explain to me how stupid this is. Like, you know how I said I wanted diversity of different things? So when you look at all these things, it's like, okay, you can have speed, or more health, or more resistant damage. You got aim, or turning, or torpedoes, or looking at that, which I would not recommend. I would pick that because it's a good, useful skill. But then when you look up here, and then you look over, and she has Burn It Down XXL. And what it reads, chance of HE shells and bombers cause fire. Well, let me explain how stupid this is. Just bear in mind this. This is her motherfucking flagship. Mind you, I don't think you could change it out. I would tell you in-game when I look at it because I like to show the ship in-game so I can give you the result. But regardless if she does or doesn't, this motherfucker fires sap rounds. Sap! The opposite of HE. This is sap damage. Those little red rounds that you see flying in the air. Dark red rounds. And you're telling me that they have the balls to put HE fire thing? Why? Because, for those who don't know, Italians can switch out their shells between sap and HE. Which is, again, a good choice if you don't like using their sap rounds. You could just fire HE rounds. But do you understand how stupid it is if you assign the commander like this in it? This commander is saying, hey, I'm very good. It's like, here's the best example for all you people out there. Imagine someone gave you a gun. You have 2 weapons. You have an M1 Grant and a K98. But there's a difference. The K98 has more ammo in stock, has more better penetration because let's just say, like, I don't know, let's just say they modified the barrels and the bullets to where they can actually do more damage. Like they're like high explosive AP, explodes on impact, kind of like a high explosive shell. But it's like, hey, but if you don't want that, you could switch it out to the M1 Grant that is basically, they don't have anything. It's just an M1 Grant. No useful abilities. Do you see how dumb that is? We're putting that skill perk, Burn It Down, XXL of HE, to switch it out for a commander that relies on her saps. Just saying, guys. It's kind of a little bit dumb to switch it out. So, Wargaming, either switch out the perk or something, because that is fucking lazy. And don't say, I know what you're going to say, audience, that Well, maybe if you switch it out, you can have more chance of fire. She has +2 of fire. But you're sacrificing the sap, which is a huge problem. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Let's get right to the game and show you the boat now. Okay, here we are in the game, and this is her ship, which is an actual prem ship, not an actual skin. And oh my god, thank you. It actually doesn't look bad. I mean, to me, yeah, it's a little too white, but it's got some gold writing. And what I like about it the most, she's also got flags all around the boat. Like you see those little flags of the Italian waving around the boat like that on the side of the ship. The golden crevice of the right thing. I like that design. It's not bad at all. It looks like the Italian royal ship. It's not bad. Now, I did look at the thing before I start the game, and I was right. There is no way you could switch HE with her prem ship. So, and again, wargaming, why does she have a perk, burn it, when literally all her perks are just... let's just see. So, I played a little bit of this boat, and it's not too bad. And the fact that it does more sap damage is even more terrifying when it lands its hit. The only problem I don't like about this boat, and my friend Reaper has his boat and he has the same problem with it, is the smoke screen goes away too quick. It's only 35 seconds. That's it. It doesn't last that long. It just goes like a British one, and it's not really good at firing in smoke screens when they're that close to you. So hiding in this boat, not exactly good, but it makes it up with the damage of the sap though, because every time I hit that cruiser, he's just taking it really bad. Let's see if we can hit him again. Again. Well, there we go. See, 100, 2,000. You see the damage going up? See, this is why. Why would you want to use HE starting fires when you can literally punch through the ships and freaking hurt them so freaking bad? Like, look at that. Does like almost 1,750 a hit. And mind you, she's not fully upgraded. She's only a couple. So imagine a fully upgraded version. Oh, crap. I talk too much and I forget the torpedoes. Ah! Let's do one more game. Alright, let's try this again. So, I don't know what else much to say. I do like the fact that torpedoes is just where my detectability range is, but I guess that's normal for that type of Italian ship. But still, I don't find it like bad. I mean, the ship is pretty good. I just don't like the smoke screen. That always gets me like killed. It's never really a good smoke screen, so I usually want to rely on people that actually have better smoke screen if I run this boat. Like, really good smoke screen. See how much damage it does with the battleship. I just wanted to show you like all the capabilities of why you would never want to switch this out with HE, but I know you can't, but I'm just saying like when you're in another ship, like why would, like I know I said this to the blue in the face, but it's just like why is that a thing? Like why would you switch it out? Because sap does as much as damage, if not more, like an HE. Yes, it doesn't start fires, but it still hurts cruisers. Definitely hurts destroyers, and battleships, they get nicked away by it. So why would you want to have something that, like, even the commander increases the damage? Like, why would you want to switch it out to HE and have her assigned to it? That just makes no... That's like saying, hey, you're a tank commander? Yeah, get in that battleship. You're our field marshal for the fucking Navy. Like, you're basically the Kriegsmarine. And I'm like, but I know tanks. You're gonna know battleships too. I know nothing about battleships. That's what it feels like. That's what it 100% frickin' feels like to me. Now I've noticed like this thing does not have sonar, doesn't have like things, so that's gotta suck. But you see what I mean? Look at me shooting at this battleship. Yes, it's AI, and if this was a player, he would be shooting me right now because I'm that dumb getting that close to it. But look at how much damage I'm hitting from hitting its upper deck. Like when I hit its upper deck, look at that, 2,000. Like it's like a lot of damage is taking off it, like an AP penetration kind of level. And again, like I said, I don't understand why would. I guess maybe if you're trying to do a fire starting thing with the Italians, but I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like it's not necessary. Oh god, there's a lot of pressure over here. I want to save my torps for that one. That's fire at 100. See, look at that, 5,200. See what I mean? I know you're all gonna say like, get your point, Fury. Shut up. I'm just saying. Some people like to argue with their skill perks, and it's like you don't need it. You don't need it. All right, let's fire torpedoes at it. Let's see how much damage they. Oh, maybe it's gonna suck because yeah, that might kill it before mine get to it. Damn it. Yeah. Oh well, but at least they show you that. So back to the port. So final verdict on the Zara. I'm just gonna stop. First, the commander as usual. So, do I really need to say anything? It's a must own. At the way how she does more damage with sap rounds, not to mention her skill. If for any Italians that if you know you have a gun faster than 5 seconds after reloading, yeah, you could do more damage with her if you load only sap. So, yeah, that's something. So, yeah, there's no getting around it. As much as I don't like her appearance, I don't like where that hand is, but I'm just saying, for a final verdict, I would definitely have to say this is a must pick up. It's an 8 out of 10 for anyone who likes saps, like Italian cruisers. You can't really put in a battleship because even though you could fire saps out of it, it only works for that ability. And then you got to worry about, the rest that's not even cruiser based, or let alone you got to get your guns down to 5 seconds in order to make it fucking useful. No, this is just legit cruiser, possibly destroyer as an inspiration, or maybe you could do that easily with its gun with sap. I don't know. I did not try it, but it's a possibility. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for this one. Now, as for the ship itself, I gotta say thank you God where it actually looks decent. It's not bad. It's got the gold plating and all that. But for the ship itself, I find it okay. I mean, it's not my favorite cup of tea. I'm used to like having light cruisers that have like good smoke screen and sonar, or sometimes radar for a bonus. But to me personally, I mean, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. It makes money. I will say this. I should have said that about the 6 that I didn't like, but yeah, it makes money and it does its job. It just plays like a normal Italian cruiser. It's got a little bit less torpedo range because most cruisers I've seen in Italians, they go beyond ranges, but unfortunately this one doesn't. So yeah, I don't think this is a bad pickup if you have it, or if you have it out of crate. Good luck. I mean, good. If you got it out of a crate, good. Keep it because it's not bad. I mean, yes, it makes it the cherry on the cake having her in it with the sap damage. So yeah, there's that as well. But still, not a bad thing. All right, moving on to the last one. Bismarck is next. This is your ship. Well, I wonder how she's gonna look like. Oh, don't be embarrassed. I mean, honestly, like, it's probably an innocent girl thing, like you, pretty much looking like. Who is it getting hot in here? So, the final one, Bismarck, which I thought it would look like a kid, but instead it's a freaking woman. Ooh, it's definitely a woman. Anyway, back to the thing. Basically, she is the Bismarck. Bismarck of the Kriegsmarine, which apparently what my friend says, the main leader of the whole faction of whatever Germany. She is like the sole grouper, the main force, the iron grip of the faction of that universe. And to be fair, it makes sense because Bismarck is kind of like that. Now, let's talk about her art design real quick because, oh boy. I mean, out of all of them, at least this one is kind of dressed properly. I mean, I don't see nothing issues with it. Okay, maybe her little bazingas are a little bit exposed on the top a little bit too much. But, I mean, I'm being fairly honest, not because of the joke I'm doing, but it's like basically, yeah, I don't see nothing really wrong with the design. I think this one's a better design out of all of them, so I'm just gonna leave it as that. Oh, in case you haven't noticed, if you're watching this, and you're probably wondering, the days of premium went down tremendously when I started reviewing this. I was waiting for Reaper. I had to cancel one day. He was canceling 2 days. It was taking too long, so I just said I gotta do this. So I'm sorry, Reaper, if you're watching this. I tried to wait for you, man. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to do this review. So anyway, back to the topic. I don't want to get off weight track. You're here for the review, not that personal things. So basically, basic trait is underwhelming strength, which is basically her secondary reloading is up to like 4.5. Holy crap. So if she's Bismarck, so your secondaries fire fast, and your secondary dispersion is 7.5. So this is probably the most badass commander to have for secondary builds, right? It's because it sounds like it. She's got all the perks. You just put France and Haruna in there as inspiration. If you have Haruna and put them both in there, you can have like a very devastating kind of secondary build. But you're going to say, well, secondaries are not that great on Germany. I mean, Brazilian beats it by that, so why is this all great? Well, let's take a look. So out of all the things, you got like not really no sniper perks for her. She's a brawler. You got Porcupine, so again you could shoot farther, so you can make fast reloading fucking spoiler. And then there's the one that I heavily think. It's like, what's this? Increasing damage from your projectiles while your secondary batteries is aiming at fire. I don't see that broken. I mean, everybody says this is broken, but I don't know why it's so broken. I mean, the commander and stuff's not all that great. I mean, to me personally, I don't think it's all that good. What? What do you mean I underestimated Bismarck? What, you think you could do better? You want to show thinking this is broken? Bismarck, I get it. So let me have the controller back, please. Oh, man can only get so hard in one day. Okay, never mind. Bismarck showed me that it is broken. Wow, okay. This changes everything. Now, you probably saw in that battle clip that she did. Yeah, that's no joke. This is no joke, guys. If you thought Bismarck was easy to take down and not like the fear factor it is now, this is the Bismarck. This fires its secondaries and will protect it at all costs. You probably think -6 I have right now is not a lot, but think about it. Your secondaries This is Germany we're talking about. Germany! Because it says secondary battery is aiming and shooting. So in other words, even if they're not opening fire yet, if they're aiming in at someone, your armor increases by 6, meaning less damage on your ship. Do you know how insane good that is for Bismarck? I love the Bismarck. Hell, I love the Bismarck B. I love it to death. It was one of my favorite ships. And now I got my secondaries on the Bismarck B going 12.1 kilometer range of secondaries. And she's in it. And guess what? When I put her in it, it really makes a fucking difference. It keeps her alive a lot longer than a standard Bismarck would do nowadays. That's insane. Not to mention, you would think like, oh, even the speed up secondaries, like only like 4.5. That's not a lot. It's because, yes, granted, I'll talk about that in the end. There's another one that can make it faster. But think about it. You got 4.5. Okay, fine. But you also have this perk down here. You also got that, which also secondary reloading time would be negative by 15 if you got that max. Think about it. 15 max down. Then you got 4.5 to add with it. Do you know how fast that would be? Not to mention, like I said, what she just showed me, your armor increases while they're firing. So you got secondaries that will fire rapidly fast, damaging and killing destroyers and cruisers. Even battleships have to fear this a little bit now, because all you have to do is fire HE out of those secondaries multiple times really fast on a boat, and it will kill it really fast. We're talking about almost Atlantic fucking firing rate. You heard me correctly. That little cruiser, the Atlantic, or the Flint, for anyone who knows any Prem ships from the cruisers that rapid fire annoys people, this is secondaries now. That's how insane this is. So, oh my god, Bismarck, jeez. I mean, this might be my perfect commander for Germany. Hell, I'll even do a joke for anime. This might be my waifu. I'm taking that back, I know. I have a girlfriend, she's gonna kill me after this. But yeah, but seriously, I love this character. Holy crap, do you know how many I could play so many German boats now? It's fucking amazing. Yes, it can be broken, especially if you put the right things to it. But God, it's great. But I will talk about the negatives of her later on. But let's get in the game and show off the ship skin. Not the ship, since it's not a Prem ship, but the ship. Okay, so here we are, guys, and I like the ship design. Good. Wait. What the fuck's wrong with the front? What is that? Why is there buttons? Look at that. Why is there buttons on its eyes? What is this, freaking corn line? This is the other mothership? It's like I'm gonna sew buttons in your eyes. Why is there freaking buttons on the front of it? Now, I know what you're gonna say, because I know my friends are gonna say this. It's supposed to represent a shark jaw. So technically speaking, that's supposed to be the bolt holding the mouth. But I don't see that when I look at it. I see it as 2 button eyes for freaking eyes on this shark-like skin. It's the other shark. Instead of like the other mother, it's the other shark. But so far, I like the other part of the skin. I like the symbol on the back. That's painted royally good blue. I like the golden and black and the German, the Wehrmacht's, not Wehrmacht, but pretty much the German back then's cross all around it. I like the X on the front of it. At least thankfully they're not showing the actual symbol. Otherwise Germany would not be seeing this boat. But yeah, so right off the bat, I don't like the skin already. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like everything else. I just wish I could take the freaking bolt out the back. And already our secondaries are opening fire on that poor little destroyer back there. So this is what I mean, like, I can go aggressive with this boat now. It's like so, like, as long as the secondaries are firing, which is not hard, because if you go back, this is the farthest you can get with this ship, and it's 11.9 kilometers. So the minute they're firing like that, I got 6 negative less resistance to shell. Like, basically, they shoot at me and they take, like, I don't take as much damage. And that's insane. And not to mention, I got a level 15 commander trying to level her up to a max, and her secondaries already fire enough fast. Now, granted, I could even make it faster. But the problem is, I didn't put the secondary module in. Yes, you heard me correctly. I did not put in the secondary module faster reloading thing that it says on the very end. No, I got main gun reloading really fast. Do you know how insane that is? Look how, like, look at this. Like, for example, this is just a normal crew with just perk system now that, which she has. This is her doing this. Not the equipment of putting it in there. Because like I said, I made the main batteries reloading faster. Not the secondaries. And look how fast it's going. Look how fucking fast it's going. And I'm not even done upgrading. I still gotta get up to level 16 with her to get that one more ditch, and then I gotta get her to legendary rank 4. Like, that's nuts. And look at this. I'm already getting hit from the secondaries. I'm getting chipped off the damage, but it's not a lot. I mean, I'm trying to get one of them to fire, but I think you get my point when you saw Bismarck getting shot at. Like, she took a broadside hit from a tier 3 that you saw in that video from a Kaiser at close range, and she still survived. Like, holy crap. Like, this ship is not something you want to mess with now with her in it. I mean, look at this. They're shooting at me non-stop. I mean, that's a secondary. I'm just saying, like, think about this. This would make anyone going up to Bismarck single-handedly terrifying if those secondaries open up. Although, I can see the weakness already. It's basically, do not let the secondaries open up. So if you got sniper ships, just stay away from the Bismarck. Like right there. See, it took a direct hit on that side. I think that was a Citadel. I couldn't hear it because my TV's mute, but you can hear it on your end. But, again, I didn't suffer that much. I only lost like 25% of my health when it hit me. But that's pretty good. Now, there is a way you could do a combo bonus where, like, there is the anime commander called the Nelson. And the Nelson freaking, does the, resisted damage as well. So imagine her as inspiration if you want to sacrifice range or secondary range of, you know, accuracy. Do you know how insane that would be after that? It would be like literally like it will be super freaking strong. I'm trying to get over there to save him now. But I really don't like that shark head skin on it though. I love everything else. It's like, come on. Just let me... I feel like I want to take one of those knives, like I want to take a kitchen knife, take this model and just try to gouge out that freaking bolt in the front of it. And now I know what people are going to say, like, but it looks unique, it looks different. I'm like, yeah, but the Bismarck has so many skins now. You got to think, there's the Transformer skin, there's the underwater deep skin, there's the Halloween skin, there is the classic skin of the actual skin of the ship, there's the underwater deep voyage skin. There's so many fucking skins for this boat, it's not even funny nowadays. So, but I like this one. It looks really cool. I like it, but it's just, I don't like that shark skin head on it. Everything else is fine. Just get rid of the shark. Oh, can I hit it? Yeah, it hits it. Reset the cap a little bit. Good, gives me time. I was trying to get that cruiser on the other side to see if he couldn't harm it, but I don't think I'm going to make it there in time. Come on, Bismarck, turn. Turn yourself. Turn. Use the stick that you were holding when you were a commander and jam it in the water and turn it like, push it out of the thing. Probably wouldn't work how deep it is. Jeez. Alright, come on. Can I get to the Hawk? Oh, I forgot Hawk has torpedoes. I hope the mains... Oh, the mains already fired its... Wait. Hawk has, like, deep torpedoes? Wait a minute, I'm confused. Hold on. Why is it only one red torpedo? Mind you, this is the only ship left. And it's got deep water torpedoes? Explain to me that. People in the comments that know what that, you know, if you have that boat, please tell me. Like, let me know, because I want to know if that ship actually, like, has, like, can fire multiple torpedoes, because I've never seen... Yeah, see, like that. I never seen, like, regular torpedoes fired out that, and then deep water torpedoes at the same boat. I thought, like, they only have, like, one or the other. So, I don't know. So you can see on the very top here, I got my damage up, and, oh, okay, I see the Hawk. Never mind. There you are, you damn bastard. You were ramming into the island. Ooh, that was 3 Citadels. Fuck you, Hawken. I know you're an AI, but even I felt that pain. Ow! Wait, I need to activate sonar. Because if this thing fires torpedoes, I gotta be extremely careful. So as long as my secondaries open up on it, it doesn't take a lot of damage. There we go. And goodbye. Oh, okay, let's get back to the port and give you my final verdict on the Bismarck. Right. Okay, so do I have to say more, audience? Bismarck is literally a must-own for Germany. Now, I know what you're all going to say before I talk about this girl and how to rate her and stuff. You have to understand, too, I understand that people are going to say, well, there's better German commanders than that, Fury. I don't need no defense. There's Alten clans that can set people on fire. Whew, the breathing. Okay. There's Alten clans that could set things on fire with the secondaries. And for a point, it's not bad. There's like Francis von Hitler. Or not something. God dang it. There's also Franz von Hitler. There's also, there's also Jekyll and Hyde. There's also Tesla. There's the Scharnhorst. And I get it, there is better commanders than Bismarck when it comes to accuracy, dispersion, secondary more damage, and main gun more damage. But you cannot ignore the fact that Bismarck is a must-own for me. Because at the time when I played Germany, I kind of lost grip in my Germany boats. I mean, you have to understand, when I'm looking at all these boats, it also saved not just the premium boats. Like, for example, my Bismarck, Bismarck B, my baby ship, my moneymaker. It saved it quite a bit for having more armor. Brandenburg. It could save the Tirpitz if I wanted to put it in there. It can also put it in the other Germans that only have, limited fire extinguisher. It can also save the Tier 8. Hell, I can even kindly say it's fix this boat. As soon as I get the right commander in there. Sorry. There we go. It even fixed this boat. The boat that I had a huge problem playing because there's not many secondaries, but it has extremely amount of range of secondaries. So it gets more armor. So you get my point here. It saved a lot of German boats. And I love her for that. I really do. I love Bismarck for that. Because without that ability, it wouldn't made my technique and stuff in the armaments basically useless. So, for the final verdict for the Bismarck is no guaranteed joke. 9 out of 10 for me. This boat is a must-own for your German collection. I mean, granted, yes, I should not give it too high. It may be 7 out of 10 for some people, because if you're looking for just a base trait of the Bismarck, just using her as a base trait for other commanders, this ain't gonna do it. I mean, granted, yes, speed secondaries and reloading of secondaries could be good in some ships, but I could see her not working with other countries that don't have secondary abilities. But for Germany as a whole, for all the German battleships that you invest her in, is worth it if the secondaries can fire. That's what the end of the day is when I gave it a high rating. If your secondaries can fire long range, you got more armor. If your secondaries can do a lot of damage on a German battleship but less range, but you can fire them off, there's more armor. My point is, this is one of the most must-keep ones if you ever do. Even if you don't get it this year, if you see it again next year or whatever, she's a must-own for Germany. You have to have her. Because having that secondary ability with the damn... And like I said, mine's not fully upgraded. Yes, mine rank 15. I don't have my secondary speed up more faster. And I don't have, like, this max, which be -8. Now, let's talk about its ship skin. And, oh, God. Guys, I don't want to be beating around too hard on it. It's not a bad ship skin. I like the color on the top of it. I love design. The black and gold kind of looks like the Imperial from Warhammer 40k design. I like that a lot. I love the design on top. But the buttons on the front of it kills it for me. I know that people are going to say it's not buttons, Fury. It's not buttons. There's no other Bismarck. I get it. But every time I look at that, that's all I see is the Coraline eye symbol thing. And I get it, it's supposed to be the jaw, that the joint thing to keep it open and closed. But honestly, I just don't like that on front of it. I don't. But unfortunately, I like the other part of the ship skin. I like all the way down the details of it. It's just, if they just remove the bolts on the front end of the ship, I wouldn't mind it so much. But I can't be picky. So, as much as I want to give it a low rating for myself, I know people are going to be mad at me because that's my own personal opinion. But for the skin itself, I will say this. They put effort in it. They put details. So, I would have to give it a 7 out of 10. It is not bad. And like I said, I hate the eyes from me as opinion, but some people can like it. But at least I have to say this as to be an honest boat reviewer. They put more effort into this skin than any other of the ships in this game kind of way, besides like a few others. But that's my point. So, yeah, the mighty Bismarck. Either slightly higher in my personal opinion or a little bit above average for most people. So, yeah, go forth, Kriegsmarine. So, final verdict for the Azur Lane Wave 5. Thank you for watching all the way through if you did. If not, and you skipped a couple of them, no problem. Or you just want to see my personal talk right here, right now for all of them. So, all of it. Fucking 47,000 doubloons. Which I can't be too mad, because the one that made me really mad was the Azur Lane 3, where they threw that useless tier 2 in there and charged even more. Like I said, go watch that video and you'll see what I'm talking about at the end. Be a little cherry on the cake if you saw it at the end. But for Azur Lane 5, it was a lot of positives. Granted, I don't like some of the art style, but that's just me being old and don't want to see, like, young kids dressed as, let's just face it, slutty versions of themselves kind of way. I get it, it's anime. I get it's their touch. But, in all honesty, they're not bad. The only problem I have with buying everything is the fact is, there's two cruisers, one that's meh, and there's one that's decent for Italians. And then you got one that's Soviet that makes not really a lot of money and it's more expensive. Plus, not to mention the two skins, the Colorado, which, yeah, even now looking at this one again after I just reviewed them both now, I was a little too harsh on it, but then again, it's still, yeah. And then you got Coraline's eye freaking, like, why the button eyes? I swear, is the other mother driving the boat? Is she the other mother? Is she gonna sew buttons in my eye? Anywho, like, I don't know. The commanders were all pretty much useful, except for a couple, in my opinion, like the Soviet one and the what was the other one? And the Cheshire. I don't know how to pronounce British ship, sorry. This cat lady. And like I said in my video, if you watched it, I say go back if you didn't, but I'm just saying, like, their set of skills does not match what they bring to the table sometimes, or it gives you limited options. Like, it doesn't give you a whole hell of a lot of options. Versus where the Italian is broken, because if you got an air cruiser, still stupid how they have that one skill perk that makes no sense, defeats the whole purpose of every other skill perk. Yeah, that's frigged up. Then you got the Colorado, that is like, like I just said, every third shot, then when it reloads again and fires again, it goes reduced, so that's a big plus. Bismarck. Bismarck is like life food for me. Why? Oh, God. But it's just like, she's beautiful for Germany. Able to have those secondaries being freaking making them harder to kill you. Thank you, God, for Bismarck, because that was my favorite ship, and it's sad to see her run to the dirt because of that. She kind of technically saved that boat. So, all honesty, the anime crews, if someone told me they bought them all, I wouldn't say, like, I hope you saved your money because a lot of it weren't worth it. I would actually say, okay, I understand. A lot of them are not bad. However, though, I just don't like the fact that they still try to bring out ships in main game as skins. That is lazy. Like, why can't we just have another Bismarck or another Premium Colorado? I'm sure there's somebody out there that wants to see that, and I know what you're going to say. Bismarck has a premium ship. It's called the black one. Yeah, but I'd rather have the Azur Lane version Bismarck as well. I love the Bismarck that much. I wouldn't mind having 2 premium Bismarcks. But it's just, I hate that. And then the ships they pick, one, no, and one that's freaking good, and then one that you won't play a lot because it makes not much money. So, I'm just saying, there's a lot here that it's invested. But again, I want to say, like I said in Azur Lane 3, and I'm going to say it again in this video here. It's your money at the end of the day. It is your choice at the end of the day. It is your decision, not mine. I just try to help out people understand the value of a dollar, value of a currency, a value of a yen, a value of any currency that you are watching this video. The problem is that it's just way too much money for digital goods. With that type of money, you can go out and buy games or a console because it was $161.10 for me. That's what my current thing is. Up in Canada is probably $250 if I know my Canadian friend. And the problem is, with that type of money, you can go out and buy food for an entire week. You could go out and buy something, like, I don't know, you could buy like an actual cosplay thing. Like, you could even buy Mjolnir's Thor's hammer from Amazon. That's only like a what, 100 and fucking 75 the last time I saw it. You could buy a Mjolnir from God of War Ragnarok into your house. You can have a hammer wielding around. I mean, come on. That would be cool to have. Just be here sitting in the chair with Mjolnir in my hand. But I'm just saying, my point is, with that type of money, you could get something way better than a digital goods. And I get it. I would understand if you bought the Commanders. They're broken. I can understand buying some of the Prem ships. They're actually not bad this year. But the fact is, I don't like the fact that if you have to pull out loan sharks or anything to buy Azur Lane, it's like, what are you doing, man? I get it that you want to get them, but at the exact same time, why are you hurting yourself for them? And I get it. They're broken. I get it. And I know what you're going to say. They're broken. I'm an anime lover. I want them. That's my waifu up on the screen that I want to buy. I want to have it in my port. I want to have them with me for eternal until the day I fucking die or warships go out of business. Which would never at this point if people buy them. But I'm just saying that as a friend right now, that I really care about you guys, and I just don't want you to get hurt. Matter of fact, I wonder if they still kept, because I know Azur Lane 5, no, Azur Lane 4, they started to take away Azur Lane commanders out of the chests now. Because, for those who don't know, if you don't know Azur Lane from Azur Lane 1, you get to open up one crate, and it automatically gives you a commander that is, basically you don't have. So, like, say, for example, there were 5 commanders, and you bought 5 crates. You get all 5 of them for only 5,000 doubloons. $20 for 5 commanders. That's a hell of a deal compared to paying 5,000 gold for that amount for one commander. That's just stupid. But now they're just saying it's a chance now, which is bullshit to me. Like wargaming, every time when we want to try to find an easy way to make it easier for us, you have to come in and freaking rip it right out of our hands and say like, you can't have this. It's like, we want this money, we need to pay for it. I understand you have to pay for the licensing fee. I have to understand that you also have to pay your team that made the artwork and the development team and your own asses. But maybe you should try, let me think for a minute. Let me think. If I was a business deal trying to get the low-income people to buy stuff, and I'm not saying that out of meanness, I'm saying the truth because we all suffered in this day and age. How do I get money? Should I just bring all 5 out and hope for the best? Or you could just bring out probably 3, 2, and just charge normal money. You know, like, maybe this will give you a heart attack, wargaming. But maybe if you bring out a ship that's around this price for the whole bundle, you know, this one right here, $39.99. Oh, you're probably going to be having a heart attack. Like, you want us to make them pay only $40? $40 for all that? Are you high fury? I need my money. No, you don't. Because as long as you do licensing fee correctly and charge Leslie correctly, people would buy that shit up like crazy because they see how good it is and how cheap it is. They don't make you pay fucking 25,000 doubloons for an 8. They don't make you pay 12,500 doubloons. Now I know what you're all gonna say. Well, that's a normal price for a ship. But yeah. But here's the thing: if you're gonna argue me saying that that's a normal price for a ship, you're going to say that. But how long did we had the Stretsburg here? How long did we had all these other ships? The Archipelago? They're still there. Where this is only out for a month. My point is, the reason why we tolerate those premium ships is because they're still fucking there, wargaming. And I get it, you can't hold on to this license forever, but maybe you should have it a lot cheaper so people can enjoy your shit that you put out. And I don't know, you can make more money that way. All in conclusion, I'm only going to say this. And I'm going to say this every time I see Azur Lane come out. Every time how pricey the thing. Every time I see something so expensive in any video game. I just want to say to you all that just please do it smart and don't go all in. Don't bet everything in one omelet when really it can be a bad egg. Okay? So, that's all I gotta say. It's good to be back on ships. Well, sort of. I don't like this whole money grabbing shit. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for watching another Azur Lane review. I hope I could do more ships. I hope I could do more better. But ships is very hard for me to review nowadays. But we'll see. Maybe I'll come back and do more. But until then, comrades, I will see you on the next horizon. Take care. Well, that's another year from Azur Lane done. Well, we better have your room coordination better. Since you're new, Yamato, you can have the shelf with Bismarck since you don't have that much room, since you're going to be probably the only one she's going to have as a friend. It's nice to see her that she has a friend, but although I'm still mad at you, Bismarck, for ordering that phone thing in. Why is this bleeping so much? Bismarck? Why am I getting nearly up to 13 to 14 messages of Amazon? What did you do? What did you do,